T-Pain has reignited his one-sided beef with Drake after recent comments he made about Drake on the Crash Dummies podcast.
Like I said on my post, the energy that is put into being the first meme about an album is not worth the energy it takes to make a dope album.
Yeah. Right.
It's just not worth it. We've done years and years and years of this work, and then your album could be shut down by one meme. And that's just what it is. And I'm not willing to put my mental health at risk for that. I'm at such a great fucking place, bro. My team is great over here. We having Wisconsin Fest. You know what I'm saying? The Dummies are here. My wife, my baby mama, and my girlfriend get along. We are okay. Like, we are okay. I'm actually in a good place. I don't want to.
Once there's your own, and my baby.
I don't want to.
You did mention that stuff.
I don't want to get out of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in a good place, and I don't want anything to jeopardize that. And the second that you put the power in the public's hands, you jeopardize all of that shit. I think I watched like 2 videos on YouTube, but now when I go to my homepage on YouTube, it's just like the rise and fall of such.
Yeah.
How this person lost all his fans in one day. What the hell happened since this person?
The fall off.
Like, I don't want to be one of them.
No.
I think the one thing I learned from Drake, and here's the crazy thing. One thing I learned from Drake, but one thing he hasn't followed his own words. Mm-hmm. Drake said, I want to be one of them people that gracefully bow out and not get kicked out.
Yeah.
I have ever since said, you really ain't y'all. He said, y'all, I see y'all when I drop. Don't worry about it. I'll just drop something. Yeah. Let me know if you heard it. Yeah. Drake is like, no, listen. Okay, I got another one. Hold, check this out. Check this out. Y'all didn't like that one? Okay, real quick. Just one more. Let me try one more. And then he's the person that he said, he didn't want to be. Mm-hmm. And I learned that from him. Like, when he said that, I want to gracefully bow out and not get kicked out. I was like, you know what?
Regardless of your opinion on Drake, we can all admit that allowing trolls to prevent you and scare you out of dropping music and making an album as a musician is weak. It is not nothing that anybody can respect or laugh at. That's sad, bro. You care about people's opinions that much that you're going to allow them to affect your career and make you change careers at this point? Because he's more of a streamer than he is a rapper at this point, to be honest. But what T-Pain don't understand, there's a difference between the 6th man on the bench retiring and the possible GOAT retiring. There's just too many things at stake here. Lou Williams had an easier time retiring than LeBron. You know why? There's different things at stake. LeBron is pushing for the GOAT. LeBron is pushing to be considered the greatest of all time. LeBron is pushing to break records that nobody will ever be able to obtain again. That's a different type of conversation. This reminds me of the Shaquille O'Neal quote. If Shaq had the heart of Kobe Bryant, he would be the GOAT and it wouldn't be close. Now, I don't think we can ever compare T-Pain and Shaquille O'Neal in their respective fields. However, if T-Pain had Drake's work ethic, had Drake's drive, T-Pain would be in the Drake conversation. He's just as innovative. He was possibly first to that sound, but T-Pain didn't have the drive that Drake had, didn't have the motivation, didn't have the heart that Drake has, which is why Drake right now is going on, 15, 16 years of straight dominance, and T-Pain is, retired. He's a streamer. So to try to shame this man for not bowing out or leaving, no. Drake just had a top 5 record in Nokia. Drake is adding to the legacy. Drake is vying for the GOAT title. You was never in the GOAT conversation. So you can allow trolls to scare you out of making music or scare you into retirement. But if Drake allowed trolls to scare him into retirement, when he's in the GOAT conversation, when we're having conversations about Drake of, man, he had the most dominant run. Damn. Is Drake the GOAT? Is Jay-Z the GOAT? Is Pac the GOAT? Drake is in those conversations, bro. You would never understand it. Now, Drake responded back to T-Pain, essentially telling him to bow out gracefully or to leave the rap game, or that he's doing something wrong because he keeps dropping hits. Drake responded back to this clip of T-Pain, and he write, "This guy always had resentment for me. You can hear it every time he speaks on my name." Drake isn't wrong. T-Pain despises Drake. He hates Drake. And to be honest, if you hear the reason why T-Pain don't like Drake, he has a pretty good reason for why he don't like Drake. But what I don't like and what I feel like is extremely dishonest is when you mask your hatred as constructive criticism, or when you mask your hatred as, oh, I'm just giving commentary. No, right? Like, for example, I can't be objective and give, like commentary on certain people that y'all know I don't like. That's why I don't make videos about them, because I don't like them, right? So there's no point. Whatever I say about these people is gonna be seen as hate, so I just don't even bother. T-Pain hates Drake, right? So whatever T-Pain is saying about Drake is coming from a place of, I don't like this guy. He's trash. So I don't like the fact that he masked it as constructive criticism, or he masked it as, I'm just giving an opinion, or he masked it as, oh, this is just me being objective. It's not. No, if you want to know the real reason why T-Pain don't like Drake, lucky for you, you're at the right video. I got the clip. I got all the receipts. And from his explanation, I'll be real, I wouldn't like Drake either if Drake did this to me. But this don't warrant going on a decade-long hate campaign against this man.
It's not.
Obviously not.
Obviously, yeah.
You are the Black Drake, bro. Like, you started that whole movement.
The Black Drake.
Nah.
Now I got
What's his name? What's the fucking poet? The actor. That, goddamn it. Oh my
where?
God. He's like a fisherman now for some reason. It's weird. I don't know. But he was like, if he went on the Breakfast Club and he was like, if T-Pain was light skinned, Drake wouldn't exist.
You know, I'm hitting all the right notes.
No, I know, man. I know.
Have you ever did a record with Drake?
I did 4 records with Drake.
Oh wow. Am I missing something?
No, I nobody like knows this, but I wanted Drake to get on 5 o'clock in the morning, my record.
Yeah.
I drove from Atlanta to Toronto to go get the record, and he never did it.
You use a passport? You had to cross the bridge?
I had to cross the joint. I took my tour bus.
Yeah, them Canadians are.
I took my tour bus, went up from Atlanta to Toronto, chilled with him for like 3 days.
Nice.
I did 4 records for his album. He did 0 records for mine. But I went to go get a joint for me and ended up doing 4 shits for him. And it was like, okay.
Did he make the album? His album?
One of them did. One of them did.
Nice.
Yeah.
Which one?
It was on the Take Care album.
Did you use your vocals or just producing?
It was my vocals. Yeah, it was just vocals. I was and then after that I went on Twitter, as per advice of my managers. terrible fucking advice. It wasn't even crazy. It was just like, everybody go tag Drake and tell him to finish that record I gave him.
You thirsty. You thirst trapping.
Yeah. Then he hit my manager. He was like, tell T-Pain, I know he don't really want to work with me.
What the fuck? They turned it around.
Yeah. He gaslit me. He got records.
One-on-one.
He gaslit me and got records.
What the?
Yeah, nah. I mean, but he's the artist of the...
We can't be faking. I would hate Drake too, bruh. If Drake did that to me, it's beef, bruh. It's up. I won't like you either. But this is not a warrant to go on a 10-year hate campaign against this man, bruh. Literally every album Drake has dropped, T-Pain has had something negative to say about it, and it doesn't fail, bruh, at all. Now, him driving over, spending 3 days with Drake, under the guise of he's about to get a Drake feature for his songs, and then Drake take all the songs for himself and don't do no song for T-Pain, that's foul, that's flagrant, and T-Pain don't like him for it. But I feel like the real reason why he despises Drake, or why he keeps speaking about Drake, is the first thing he said in his video. If I was light-skinned, I would be Drake. T-Pain believes the industry was incredibly unfair to him. The fans were unfair to him. And he took a lot of things and had to overcome a lot of obstacles that Drake never had to deal with. They feel like, he feels like they gave Drake a red carpet. They gave Drake a golden path to become the GOAT. And he feels like he's more talented. He feels like he was one of the creators of a sound that Drake evolved and made his own. That's the real reason why. See, it's very easy not to be the old hater if, again, this applies to almost every industry. It's very easy not to be the old hater and to embrace the young hot thing in your industry if that young hot thing also reciprocates the love. But if that young hot thing is like, yeah, I appreciate you, it's no hate, let me just do my own thing and win with my own people and don't really acknowledge you or embrace you or pay homage, then it's kind of like, damn, it's harder, right? It's harder, like putting your arms around the young hot thing and getting like the residual clout in the name of showing love to the young generation, that's easy to do. Anybody can do that, bro. But the real test of character is when that young hot thing in your industry don't want nothing to do with you. They don't pay homage to you. They just do their own thing and win. And you can't really beef with them because they never really dissed you. So then you gotta seethe, right? You gotta really acknowledge within yourself, oh yeah, I'm just a hater, bro. Like that person did nothing to me at all. Like, but like they just went in peace, bro, and I don't like it. I mean, that's what it is. Because of this, T-Pain has literally critiqued every Drake album. Everyone that's dropped since. Y'all remember like what he said about Sexy Songs for You that just dropped? All of a sudden, T-Pain can listen to this album. He wasn't in the studio with Drake. He didn't work on those songs with Drake. He has no link to Drake Camp. But just by listening to these songs, by the way, that were all hits, T-Pain was able to say, oh, these songs are throwaways. These songs are songs that Drake had like in the cut that Drake don't want it no more. So Drake finessed the Trick Party Next Door into doing a joint album by giving him all throwaways. Pure hate.
All these trash songs that I recorded, I listen to them all the time. So here's my thing. I feel like he recorded a bunch of shit. In order to keep Party around, you can take 10, 15 of these songs, put a verse on them, bitch, Party. That's our album, bro. The songs are already recorded. The songs are already recorded. These are all the songs that didn't make my previous albums. Go for it, bro. Put verses on these songs. Yeah, there's 5 to 7 solo Drake songs that didn't make other albums. There was a TMZ lady out there, and she was like, T-Pain, are you hype about the new Drake album? And I said, did you ask him about my album? And she said, is that a diss? What? Is that a diss? Did you just diss Drake? And I said, no, did you ask him about my album? Or when you saw T-Pain, all you can think about was Drake? And I said, did you ask him about my album? Is that a diss? Can you please tell me that's a diss? They're looking for something, and I understand that. But here's the thing, I'm a Drake fan. And here's a more thing. I'm more of a Party fan than I am a Drake fan. But I said, hey, did you ask Drake about my album? And she said, is that a diss? Can I please publish this as a diss? Please let me publish this as a diss.
If this is what having a fan looks like, I don't want it, bro. May this fanship never find me. I rebuke Jesus. I keep it away from me, bro. This type of fanship got to stop. I don't want it. Yo, I rebuke it, man. Obviously, he's not a fan of Drake. Obviously, he despises Drake. And this is what makes what he does even worse, is because it's super passive aggressive. It's kind of lame. He kind of hates. What I kind of hates, he really hates. But then whenever he's confronted by, hey, bro, you don't like Drake, and you say it, he doesn't mask it with, I'm a fan of Drake. I would never hate Drake. I would never. I'm a fan. But then when Drake was going through that thing with like Kendrick Lamar, I can guarantee you, bro, that man was home celebrating this, man. All these dudes, T-Pain and the rest of them, bro, Kanye celebrating, bro, that Kendrick was doing something that they have tried to do for the last decade, but was too scared to do. Well, scared or incapable. Right? You choose your pickings. I don't think T-Pain could have ended Drake's career even if he tried, but he never really tried. Yo, T-Pain is not a fan of Drake. Yo, there hasn't been a Drake album that has dropped that T-Pain has been a quote-unquote fan of. I knew it was hatred. It was real hatred when this man was even criticizing Scorpion. Scorpion is like a top 3 Drake album.
I'll tell you what I couldn't do. I couldn't listen to side B of Scorpion with you. Couldn't do it.
Well, yes, we're too romantic.
Couldn't do it. Not even that. To be in the romantic part, I couldn't argue about side B with you. It would just be too much.
We'd be arguing about side B.
Oh, we would argue so much about side B because, first of all, half of it's me. Let's just get that out the way.
Half of it's what?
Me. That's all. Yeah. So I get that.
I love you.
Yeah,
you don't want to say.
You might think that was a compliment. That's passive aggressive too, bro. That's passive aggressive, bro. Half of Scorpion side B being T-Pain is absolutely crazy, bro. Yo, and side B to me is phenomenal. Yo, think about the hits that are on side B. In My Feelings, Kiki, do you love it? Right? Ratchet Happy Birthday. Jaded is on that. Come on, bro. That right there is like 3 top 10 songs I just told you. He got a song with Michael Jackson, like Don't Matter to Me, with Michael Jackson is on side B. So it's amazing. But nothing on side B reminds me of T-Pain. Trying to take credit for side B is crazy, man. But listen, I don't know what's going to cure T-Pain's hatred for Drake. I'll be real. From what he said, bro, about Drake in regards to like how Drake done set him off and stole 4 songs, I will probably still dislike Drake too, bro. But yo, like the passive aggressive hate got to stop T-Pain. Like at some point it has to stop, man. Call that man, have a conversation with him, bro. But I don't feel like the natural transition from rapper to streamer has to come with you just hating on every rapper. It's not even every rapper is Drake. But let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, man? Do y'all believe that T-Pain is correct? Hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe y'all don't think T-Pain is hating. Maybe y'all think T-Pain is spitting. Let me know. And if you're still watching, click on this video here somewhere on my screen to find out how this No Jumper employee just crashed out on Adam 22 for allegedly setting him up. Click on this video right here to find out what I'm talking about. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.